Evening, everybody. Icy here. Let's talk about a couple of things that are currently in the news, going on in the country. Kind of disconcerting, very worrisome. And that is, there are currently some doctors that are whistleblowers, that are turning in these hospitals for violating written law and also for their mutilation and degenderification, I guess you want to call it, of children. One was a radiologist in one state who exposed the hospital that he was working in for doing what they call gender reassignment or gender confirming care, which is basically just mutilating a child and turning them into something that they're not. And another one was a doctor who knew that the law said it was illegal. He turned the hospital in, and they went after him and they went after his wife. So my question is this: why are these people trying to mutilate, destroy these children and take away their identity? These kids are like people with anorexia. They don't need to be treated with liposuction if you're an anorexic because you've got issues. You need to be worked at in the head. There's mental issues that need to be addressed. You need to be spoken to, talked about, worked with, and not converted into something that you are not. Gender blockers essentially sterilize young men so they can never conceive when they become adults. The attacks upon young girls, removing their breast tissue and mutilating their vaginas, that prevents them from having children if they grow up. I think, and this is only speculation on my part, but this is part of a massive depopulation plan that, well, we heard John Kerry talking about it, to be exact, saying that you have to reduce the world's population because the food source, he attacks farmers for growing food, and then he says you have to reduce population. So is this in line with this depopulation garbage? What was it? They had that monument, I think it was down in Georgia, where they said that the optimum number of people to live on this planet was 500,000. And that anything above 500,000 had to be eradicated, which means the U.S. population is 350,000. So basically you're going to destroy every human being on the face of the earth except for within the United States and maybe half of Canada. I mean, that shows you how stupid, the mindset was in regards to this. But this is what these people believe. These people believe that you need to reduce the population in order to survive. Instead of improving your life, they're saying just get rid of people because they're interfering with their lives. I think they're doing that with the children, to be honest with you. Why do you keep attacking children? Why? You've got these people that are adults that pretend to be women. You've got these people that are adults that pretend to be men. They scream and holler that if you do not accept them for what they pretend to be, that you're racist, that you're homophobic, that you're xenophobic, that you're whatever phobic, okay? And these are the people that are actually the problem. The problem is everybody doesn't want to fight back. Everybody wants to just get on with their lives, leave me alone, let me live my life, and I won't bother you. And these people that are mentally deranged are taking over the country. Be honest, they really are. And it's time for us to start standing up and fight back. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. I spoke about it before. You've got unusual number of these guys for the gay pride parades and stuff out there flaunting, shaking their their things in front of children, and they say it's acceptable. You have these people that are saying they are entitled to reach reproductive rights, which is abortion. But yet reproductive means that you are trying to produce a child. So these people, they like to play with words and change the meaning of them to meet their narrative, and it's just bull. So maybe it's time for the American people. I can't speak for the rest of the world. I can't even really speak for the American people, just myself. But I recommend to the American people that have gotten tired of all this garbage, this BS, to start fighting back. Start dealing with the issue head on. Quit catering to the mindset. Quit agreeing that it's okay for them to do it. It doesn't bother me. Because in fact, it really does bother you. Because it's become a major issue. Appeasement of the transgenders has resulted in drag queens among our elementary school children doing story hour and saying it's okay to act that way. You've got small 2, 3, 4-year-old children running up to drag queens and and transgenders and giving them tips if they're stripping, and they're going to schools and school functions, and it's getting out of hand. And it's time for everyone to start believing in this, start standing up for our children. If your child feels that they're not normal, does a boy feels he's a girl, whatever, just let them function as what they were born. They will grow out of it. 99.9% of them will grow out of it. But if you destroy them, you're destroying their life for the rest of their life just to appease your own self-worth. I don't think it's very worthy to mutilate your child because you feel it's socially acceptable. Your life does not revolve around your social life. Your life should revolve around your children and supporting your family. And that's the problem. Everybody cares about what everybody else thinks instead of worrying about what you and your family think. But that's on you. That's not on me. ICY out.